Hello guys, welcome back to I Choose My First podcast dedicated to self-discovery, self-love and self-empowerment. And today with me we have our amazing guest, Mr. Favor. He was on the last podcast and he shared a lot of insights on procrastination and how to overcome it when you feel lack of motivation. He's here live and direct to help us answer the question. So welcome to the show, sir. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Today we received a question from one of our viewers, and she said we shouldn't disclose her identity. So read the question for you guys, and then we can, break it down and answer the question and help her understand. Okay. She's a stay-home mom, and she's basically a mom of two, and she's going through a very rough time right now. And she's married. She doesn't work. Her company was closed down when she had a baby because she couldn't be able to concentrate on the baby and also take care of the company because the husband didn't like the idea of having a maid or help. So now she has two daughters, and she also at the same time she's not working. She's always at home cooking. But yes, and basically the most catching part of the story is that when the husband comes home, he's always angry and sad, and the only thing that he communicates to her is when it comes to her cooking. He eats, but he doesn't treat her the way he used to treat her before. So now she's asking how can she prioritize her self-being because her mental health, because now she's losing it. She's really losing it. So yes, so now she's asking us how can she be able to handle herself. First of all, I would like to say thank you for reaching out to us to be able to seek help. I would like you to know that you're not alone. No, you're not alone. You have us. We are here with you. It is sweet to hear some people are staying home, right? Can be incredibly rewarding. Just know that we are here for you, and I hope by the end of this video you'll be able to get the answer you need. The truth of the matter is that you might not know deeply what is going on, but we just know the tip of the iceberg. So okay, I hope by the end of the video we could be able to help in the little way we can. What is the first way someone that is going through this situation, what is the first thing they could do to help them, the beginning step?
From my point of view,
Yeah.
I believe the first thing to be done, even forgetting couple life, even in terms of friendship, is communication.
Okay.
Communicate to your spouse. Let him know how you feel. Let him know what you feel, what you see, what you observe. Because there are some times that we do some things and we are ignorant of it till you communicate with us about it. That's just how it is. That's just how human works.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be wicked. If you ask a wicked person, are you wicked? Or if you ask a rude person, why are you rude?
Yeah.
The person will tell you, I'm not rude. Because nobody intentionally wants to be rude.
Yeah.
Nobody intentionally wants to make anybody feel neglected. Nobody wants to make anybody feel inferior.
Yeah.
So the best way to let them know is communicating. Then after communicating, you will know where you stand. In the sense that you would know what was the issue, what was the problem. So if you have the problem, you could find a solution to it. If it's the problem, you could find a solution to it by adjusting. But the main thing is communication. Make sure you let him know what you feel and how you feel.
Yeah.
Also, secondly, I feel if the observation happened after she quits a job.
No, according to the question, she
Alright.
quit the job because she and her husband came to conclusion that she needs to concentrate in, because I think at that point she was still pregnant. I don't know, but I feel at that point she was still pregnant. So before she gave birth, she had to close down the company to be able to it's like being independent and all of a sudden becoming dependent to someone.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You were independent as a single lady, and because maybe this man just came into your life. Sorry. everything that you had, because for you to be independent, you're your own boss, you own your own money. Now you first basically depend on someone else for money and everything, you know. So I feel like for me, what I would say is, you know, create a routine. If you're watching the video, I understand how it feels because I'm a woman. I can relate based on the fact that you want to take care of everyone. You want to be there for everyone. You want to, you know, make sure everything is clean, organized, lovely, beautiful. You want your husband to eat the good meal. You don't want him to eat outside. But at the same time, I want you to put yourself first. Create a routine in a way whereby you create a moment that is just you. Do I love to read books? Do I love to watch movie? Do I love to play games? Do I love to create? Do I love to design? What do I love to do? So it's either you start, like, you create a time between the time before your kids goes to school, you create a time for yourself, or between the time your kids go to school and the time your husband go to work. No one is at home. You're the only one at home. Start investing on what you like to do. Or after when they are back in the night, maybe when they have gone to bed, a few hours after they've gone to bed, you take time to, do what you love. Create the moment for yourself. Is it, do you like to read? Do you like to drink wine? Like, I love to drink wine. And like in a very dark space, I just pour a glass of wine for myself and just sit down, take one good book and read. It's what I do to like calm my nerves. Like, it's basically what I do. I have my own special wine glass, so you can go to the store and get that for yourself if that's what you love to do, because that will help you. It takes you back to the moment when, okay, you were this kind of person. And at the same time, you can also, like, at the same time, do you like to draw? Do you like to paint? Do you like to dance? What do you like to do? What makes you happy? Create a time between early morning, afternoon, or evening when the husband, the children are not around. It's just you, and do what you love. That will help you. And if you make it a daily routine, that will help you not to feel a bit overwhelmed. I feel that would help. Or what do you think?
Oh yes, these hands, especially when they are capable, they are not to be idle. Regardless, they are not to be idle. And what I feel in this scenario was probably during the course, probably in quotes, probably during the course of pregnancy, the man felt the stress was too much and she should at least take a break from work. But after delivery, he probably he doesn't find it easy telling you to go back to work, but deep down he wants you to go back to work, because each time he comes back from work and he sees you idle or sees you just at home, he feels that all I do is provide and all you do is just consume. Like, I produce, you just consume.
Okay.
So there's something that comes with psychology. There's something that works with the subconscious. Nobody like to
just
nobody just like to do their things. Nobody likes to do their things lonely. I shouldn't just be the one providing. Why you just consuming? Though I made a decision, but I don't find it easy coming to you and telling you to reverse it, because I brought up the decision. But in as much as I don't want to communicate that, deep down it's affecting the way I treat you.
And it's making me find you less attractive.
Yes.
Because when I met you, it was an attractive, independent woman.
Yes.
But now you're not that attractive anymore, and you're not that independent anymore. Basically, like, if I stop breathing, you stop breathing.
Yes.
Everything about you revolves around me now. Like, you don't have a life of your own anymore. Like, it's basically me. And I guess most ladies want that.
Yes.
But sometimes before you met the guy, when you met the guy, there was something about him was attracted to. Sometimes most guys think they want a stay-home wife until it gets to the point when it becomes the financial and the other drama. They start feeling like, it start getting to them. So sometimes, most times, the guys are attracted to the independent part of you, the part that you had your own dream. And now, all of a sudden, your dream has become their dream.
Yeah.
So now you don't have your own dreams anymore.
Even if they made the decision. Because one thing is, naturally, I'm speaking from a guy's perspective. Naturally, men, they are egocentric.
Yes.
In the sense that we like to keep our ego. Yes.
Okay.
So when we make a decision, and the decision at the end of the day works against us,
we don't want to.
We don't want to admit.
You see that?
We like to maintain and keep our ego. So probably he felt that after the childbirth, you should have started getting something doing, or it's possible to be at home and still get your hand busy.
Yeah.
In the sense that you can start an online business, you can start a podcast, just like this. Once he sees you are active or you are doing something with your hands,
you're adding a value to it.
yes, and you're adding more value, there is no way he will neglect it.
I also want you to get that you have your own life.
Yes.
Okay, and tomorrow, God forbid, something happened to the marriage. Who are you? What will become of you? Are you gonna just die? Are you just gonna vanish away? No, you're not. So for you to provide a healthy and lovely and amazing home for your family, you need to be able to provide a healthy and amazing home for yourself, like, you know, for your spirit, soul, and body, because you don't want to be at the end of the day have high blood pressure. You don't want at the end of the day, you know, to be the one chasing baby mama, chasing side chick from here and there. Because no man tends to leave a value woman. No man tends to leave a lady that has a value. There's a saying that says men go for the ladies they cannot afford. So they don't
the
go
value high.
They don't go for ladies that, you know, that they can just get. They know that they will just come back for the lady. But they go that. Why do you think they go for side chick? Because those people that do their bunda, their body and everything, it's something they can't really have. They just want to have a taste of it. They just want to know how it is. So how can you help yourself? First of all, if you added weight, I get motherhood makes you add weight. So now you can start going to the gym, start working out, start paying attention, discipline yourself. Don't eat around 12. That your mom or your, you know, I just don't want to like sound like I'm not paying attention to the emotions.
Yeah.
But I want you to understand that don't lose yourself. Because if you lose yourself, you're going to lose the marriage. Because the man will end up, you know, finding someone else more attractive than you. And he comes home and the next thing you're giving a divorce paper.
The best thing to do is build yourself, because it's through the potential that men see that we abide to. Men wants to stay with someone that they feel they have future with, they have potential with, they feel confident with, and in as much as I picked someone or married someone due to emotions, at the long run, there are other factors that will kill the emotions, and one factor is the dependency factor. When all you do is take from me,
you just take and take and take and take and take, and you're not adding anything.
Even if I made the decision. And also, aside even the emotional aspects, I feel as a person that is active, like your body is active and your body is fit and everything, I feel your hands should be busy.
You can be a stay-home mom and have something doing from home. Okay?
Something doing, revenue.
Yeah.
Or you could be learning a skill. It could be trading.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It could be trading. The moment he comes back from work and you see you learning a skill, any kind of skill, there are different kind of skill
you
online.
Can try it. You can like start doing something, and you will see him come back, and he's very happy. He want to know what is wrong. And sometimes maybe you should stop like the way you used to like be looking at yourself. I'm a mom now. Maybe your dressing sense too, the way you've let go of yourself. You need to like bring that back. Like, don't dress the way you keep your hair unkept. You keep your tie wrapper. You know, acting like his mom. Like, there's a way men these days reason. I'm serious. The reason, like, you know, there's a certain way they want their woman. Yes, they want a good woman. That they also want a good woman that is a baddie. If that makes sense to you.
That's my taste.
So, okay, you can see that. So, like, they don't want you, like, yes, you've given birth, but that doesn't mean you have to let yourself go. I keep on saying that. Like, work on your body, go to the gym, you can do that. And then if you start going to the gym, the husband start asking you, who are you trying to impress? Why are you going to? Because they are curious, why didn't you change? So do something that will help you build a value to yourself. Invest in yourself. Stop dressing mama style. Sorry to say that. I get you want to buy your wife, but that doesn't make, like, man, like, go to the supermarket, it won't take you much money. Buy new clothes, change your wardrobe, start dressing the way you want, because there's a saying that says dress the way you want people to dress.
The truth is when it's spoken directly. So one more thing, if you cannot get something doing, or sometimes, especially in this, for example, in Nigeria, it's not always easy to start up a business, or to get something doing that brings revenue without having a massive income and the impact of the government. Another way to be a great contributor to a marriage without even working is appreciation. Whenever he comes back from work, this is a secret. Men like it when they are being praised.
Really? Okay.
Men like it when they are being praised.
Okay.
If you are in a friendship, let's leave marriage aside. If you are in a friend zone, a group of friends, and they all had attributes like skills, finances, wisdom, and you don't have anything to contribute to the friendship, once you value and appreciate them, value is what you use to replace something. Appreciation is what you use to replace something, to replace a value. The value can be finances, it can be skill. So when he comes back from work, let him know that you see it.
You see his effort.
You see his effort.
You see the man, the king in him. You know?
Appreciate him.
Like, what
Appreciate
are you saying?
him.
Because I remember those days in my house, my parents, my mom would always be like calling my dad some sweet things. I'd be like, all of us will. But like, I will notice my dad would be so, like, somehow happy and smiley, all this kini smile.
Yes. And forgetting dependence itself. If a natural or neutral person receives that appreciation, he will be forced to do more.
There is a kid I saw, there's a video I saw. The guy was in the bus stop and he got a message from me. I saw it on Instagram. He got a message on his babe and said, babe, thank you. I see that you're doing well, something like that. I value and I appreciate your effort. Just know I'm here for you and I'll be praying for you. The guy was so happy. He was dancing in the road when he saw the message.
Seriously.
You could see the excitement.
Men, they have ego. So when you find our ego with appreciation, it forces us to do more. It's like a king. When a king sits down in this palace and the praise men come and they praise the king will be forced to stand from his seat. So praise him. When you praise him, even if you are not doing anything, that's one factor. You might not be doing anything because it might be that he sees you are just depending.
Yeah, and you're also depending and you have pride with your depending.
Yes.
You are saying my friend is buying private jet, my relation is buying. Oh,
Man.
You've not even said thank you for feeding me.
Yes.
Thank you that you gave me a roof over my head.
Yes.
You're practically paying for this roof.
Even
if you say you will not pay tomorrow now, where will I have to go to my parents' house or I'll need to find a job?
Let him know.
So be grateful for the fact that he has been providing for you. Thank you for the school fees, because school fees these days is
crazy.
Like, thank you for the school fees he's paying for your kids, that the fact they have school. Thank you for the food. Thank you for him being faithful to you, not cheating. Like, kneel down and thank him. Like, it's not the one you are being sarcastic. Kneel down and thank him. Thank you for being faithful and loyal. Thank you that in this modern age, I can still see someone that is honorable and faithful and loving and kind as you. Even in this world that women are the one throwing themselves at married men, and you still choose to just be with you, even though like you're not still the woman you used to be. Be grateful, and you will see him come down and be kind and happy to you. Imagine when you're angry now, your babe really did something angry to you, and she walks into the room and she starts smiling, so babe, I'm sorry. And they stand down and start crying. You know, they stand up from there, stand up, don't talk to me. That's people, I'm sorry. No, those sweet things. I'm sorry. You've been so sweet, so nice. I'm sorry. It's my fault. You know, like taking responsibility of how you've not been, you know, appreciating of that. And I'm like, you know,
to the ego of men, we might act like we don't see it.
but they say it.
Yes. When you praise him, he might act like it's nothing, or he might act like he doesn't see it. But when he's in his quiet time, in his private zone,
He'll start smiling.
he cherishes every moment.
Really? Does that work?
I'm telling you for a fact. That's the life of a man. Man ego is what makes them like that. So praise him when he comes back from work. You provide for the family. Thank you. You go to work every day and I'm just at home. Be defenseless. Put yourself like low.
Don't say like being a housewife is a choice, you know.
Don't say you told me that I should stay at home.
No, it's
Say that I've been at home and it's not like it was my choice, but regardless, I thank you for providing. I thank you
there, you know,
for going through
for
the
being
traffic,
the
hustle,
shit over my head, you know.
and everything. Because let me tell you, so far he's eating your food and he's complimenting you, it means he still has his heart with you.
Yeah, for the fact he's still eating the food.
If you said he only appreciates it when you cook good food, it means his heart is still with you. But there is something that is turning his heart away. So it could be lack of appreciation, it could be the dependency feature, and it could be the idleness that he sees. For example, I as a father, I can't come home stressed from work, all day working, then I see my kids watching TV when I get back home. You know, that trigger that I just went through this stress. I went through this stress so that all of you could feed. And on getting home, what I see is bullshit. Like the kids watching TV, everyone just doing their thing, sleeping, kids going to school, giving me useless results after stressing my ass out.
I feel like that was why my dad was always angry.
Yes.
That year when my dad comes home from work, everybody's running inside.
Yes. No.
It's like the oracle has come
Yes.
back. Everybody's running inside because you don't want to get beaten.
Exactly. I never understood this till when I got to this stage of my life.
Yeah.
My grandmother has a help, very small girl. We take her as that we drill her, we train her. So whenever my brother and I, like whenever my brother comes back from work or something, or I get back home before my brother or after my brother, each time I come back and I see this girl playing, and I see this girl, it triggers me. Like I am working so that like we will all be fine, and you are just busy playing around and things. So that could trigger him. So communicate, appreciate him, get something doing, so that if anything happens tomorrow to even his job, you have something doing. Lastly, let him see that you value him. And one way to value him is also by getting something doing.
Yeah. Also, like, you know, during festive time, it doesn't have to be you that is receiving. So ladies, you just want to be receive. He buy you car, he buy you jet, he buy you bag.
Get him something.
What are you getting for him? You go and buy boxers. What is boxers? If it's your own Valentine Day,
I don't know how many boxers I've collected.
If your own Valentine, they buy you just pants. Would you like it? Sorry, like it's not like we're
not trying to be sarcastic, rude, but we're just
trying to like tell you like real life, because I told you this podcast is all about we tackling real life situations and the way it is, calling it the way
not in the books, but in reality.
In reality. So what I would tell you is that men like gifts. I've tried it. Men, they like gifts.
Yeah.
They like it when, like, if you see, I don't need to tell. See, there's a trick I learned. I can drop it. As much as you want him to buy something valuable for you, get something valuable for him. And as much as something to make him, you could come back from work one day. You could redesign your whole room, like where he sleeps. Let him come home and be like, wow, is this my house? Like Give him something. If it has been, he has been talking about, oh, there's this game I want to talk. There's this game. There is this. Go and buy the game and let him come back. Then if there's this is this collection he's been talking about, oh, I like this collection. Go and buy it.
In addition to the gifts, this is the one trick. Get a card. Write your appreciation notes on the card. Tell him how you feel, how you appreciate him, how you see him as your head, how you see him as a king. Let him know how you feel and put it along the gifts and see what will happen.
Is it?
I don't want to be going too biblical.
Yeah.
But one of the things that made Esther to obtain favor in the sight of the king was through the power of honor. Esther honored the king. The previous wife of the king lost her throne due to dishonor. The king called her, sent the servant to call her. And on getting to her, she said she was not going to come because she saw it as a disrespect to come and walk and parade in the sight of other kings. And because of that, immediately she lost her throne. She forgot that it was because of the king. That's why she's queen. You are not a queen on your own. It's the king that makes you a queen. So praise him. Let him know what you feel.
And there is a way. He's always like behind your back. He's actually proud of you, telling people about it.
It's what cages everything. It's what features a man. It's the ego that he doesn't want to look little in the sight of the woman.
So why don't you just tell her how much you value her?
Don't feel separated. He's still with you.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying he's still with you is because of the food is complimenting.
And he's still eating your food.
Yes, if a man eats your food, complimenting you on the food, he's still with you.
There's something still there.
Yes.
There's something still there. But don't give it chance to it. The little thing that is still there
to vanish.
To vanish.
So one other thing you can do is, in addition to presenting the food to him, that's when the appreciation can come in. Because that's what he likes already. You know this is the food he likes. You know this is the food he cherishes and honors. When you are serving the food, you can serve it with an appreciation. To a man's heart.
It's through his belly.
It's through his belly. Give him good food.
Yeah. And then now, don't serve him food the way you're used to serving him food. Because the men of these days, there is a way. There's the plating. The cooking is one thing.
Yes.
The plating of the food
the arrangement
is another thing.
Yes.
The plating gives it this, come and eat me.
I will tell you a story.
Okay.
This was one of the sermons I was listening to.
Okay.
So, it was Apostle Joseph man.
Okay.
He said that there was a day he read a story too. He saw a story that the pastor was preaching, and during the course of the preaching, the wife stood up and walked out of the church. So because of what happened, everybody were wondering what was happening. So the pastor had to round up his service and go home. On getting home, when it was time for feeding, she brought visitors' plates, visitors' cup. We all know women. They used to have this separate visitors' plates, visitors' cup, honored visitors. Yeah. Visitors' plates, visitors' cup, visitors' serving table.
Wow, okay.
And clothes. Then on bringing the food, she kneels down.
Okay. Pastor wife, pastor.
At that point, you know what? Okay. You know what he said? He said that at that point, the man was looking at her, and she said something. She said, "There is trouble in my house." Do you know? She said, "There is trouble in my house. Pray for me." He said instantly, that husband material that I was doing calmed down, and immediately he felt so blessed to bless her as a husband. This is what honor does. Men are egocentric. If you find their ego, you will get the best from them. I'm telling you. If you find a man's ego,
okay.
If you find a man's ego, there is nothing he will not sacrifice for you. Find his ego. Like, why do you think during back in the days, you have to fight to win the woman? because of this egoness. And once the man wins the battle, you see her praising him. She praise him. She praise him. His head begins to swell. So that's just how it is.
I also say, calling him sweet names. Like when he's done dressing.
Catchy names.
Like something like this. As like there's this stuff they say in Igbo language. You can like asa, dike, the king. Something sweet. Like you look like today's bread. Come here, let me praise you. Like what I'm trying to say is, it's like saying things that will make him feel, like when he's outside. Sometimes me too. When someone called me sweet names, sometimes that moment when they say those sweet names, you might not really like think about. But when as you're going away, start I'm looking this. That point. Like it's not everybody feels that. Everyone feels that. When they call you sweet names, and like at that moment you might not like. But when you alone, when that person is not there, start. Sound fine. This clothes is fine. In a way, you just go and save that clothes. When you want to go to somewhere important, you wear that clothes because you feel like that clothes. I don't know if you get. So like I feel like compliments. Apart from praising him, apart from there is one thing to praise someone, but another thing when you see him get ready, you're going to that tie, change that tie. Let me bring you go and bring. Let me put it up for you. You change the tie. I'm going to look. Your office guests they are going to die. Go and show them. Yes. Like you make him feel like he's still that man that you met.
There is this common lady that became very popular now, Mama Z.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy Z.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have heard of her.
Yeah.
Mommy Z. She used to wake up 5 a.m. to cook for her husband. You got the news right?
Yeah, that drama went on.
Yes, she wakes up 5 a.m. to cook for her husband. Now see where it took her. So all these little things, when you do it for a man, it might not show it, but deep down, he values it. Trust me. So wrapping it up, communicate well, honor him, create your own wealth, get revenue, your own independence, get revenue, work on yourself, even in physical appearances.
Yes, that is very important. Work on yourself, put yourself first, your inner peace, sleep, relax, at the same time appreciate, love him, buy him gifts, make him feel like you value the effort he's putting on the fact that you're staying home. And I will tell you, you won't regret it, because I feel like that was what kept our old mothers, our olden days moms and their marriages together, because most of them were stay home mom. Well, what would you ask yourself, what kept the marriage to the point that we're at this point? Do you want to tell me my dad and my mom didn't fight? Do you want to tell me they didn't have their own dramas but they still stick together? Because why? Everyone pushed, everyone wanted to make it work. So as much as he wanted to make it work by showing you, by eating your food, being there, coming back from work every day to you, not going to another place, not going to the bar, and also showing you little ways that he's also here for you. Show him that you value and you understand the struggles he's facing, because you don't know if the boss at work is shouting at him. You don't know what he's facing. You're not there, and he might not. Most men don't like to talk about how they are feeling. Like he told you men are egocentric, so like they don't like to talk about what is bothering them. So what I would tell you is that make him understand in that home he's coming back to, he's the Lord and the King of the everything in that house. Let the boss be the boss at work. In that house, he's the boss. Serve him, those kind of restaurant vibe. He comes, you bring menu, sometimes spice up things, bring menu. Okay, sir, what would you like to eat today? This is what we have on the menu. Something, catchy. He'll just be laughing, but you don't know that moment is making him happy. Just put all these things together and you will see there might be a change. And if you see it's getting out of hand and stuff like that, and he wants to work on it and you want to work on it, you guys can go to therapy and do therapy together. They have couples therapy, and that would help you. Okay, so basically guys, I think I will spend time in discussing this, and this will wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and thank our amazing guests for being here today. Thank you. Today we are so happy to be able to like be of a help to a sister that needs our help. And if you have any question like this, or you have a trouble and you need us to talk about it, just drop the question in the comment section, or you can go to send it through via email. We are always there to respond. It's always your girl Pcandy, and this is I Choose Me First podcast, where we talk about everything real life and direct, the way it's happening, and there is no sugarcoating, no by the book, it's by the reality. So guys, if you like the video, share, subscribe, and make sure to send us a thumbs up, and see you guys next time. Bye.